Raptors in downtown Toronto, the Air Canada Centre. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. And what a matchup we have between the guards here tonight. Smitty, as a guard yourself, did you ever try to one-up your assignment over the course of a game?
Yeah, you do. Sometimes you start listening and saying, hey, they have this guy ranked at my position a little bit higher, so you went at him. But then the ultimate for me at my position back then was Michael Jordan. But I had to go through Joe Dumars, Sprewell, Mitch Richmond, that two-guard position. Clyde Drexler, it was unbelievable. Allen Houston. Oh, the list can go on and on and on.
Every night.
Every night.
There was never a night off.
No way.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. The forwards are Baamute and Griffin. Veteran backcourt with CP3 and Redick at the 1 and the 2. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Paul. Griffin kicks to Paul. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Second shot opportunity. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
Blake Griffin did a nice job playing over the contested arms of the defenders.
And DeRozan kicks to Sullinger. Dishes to DeRozan. Offline with his three. On defense, the Raptors. And here is Paul. Here is Mbamute, and the rejection by Valanciunas.
Valanciunas, he's got that long wingspan. You saw it right there on that play.
Outside Lowry. Valanciunas with a screen on Paul. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas to the inside. Just 5 on the clock. Carroll dishes to Sullinger. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Griffin scores. The assist by Paul.
You got to feed Griffin the basketball. He has it going so far down in the low block.
Lowry passes to DeRozan. The feed to Carroll. Fires for 3. Jordan with the rebound.
A shot he knows he needs to make when the defense sags off him. Still a little inconsistent from out there.
Griffin sets the screen for Paul. From deep. Jordan the screen. Right side Griffin. Nice D from DeRozan.
The thing about setting screens, you have to be willing to sacrifice your body. It can't be half-hearted. Yeah, suffering from a very cold start. They've already missed 4 out of 5 from the field.
Mbamute against Carroll. And Mbamute kicks to Griffin. Bank shot. No good.
Really bad mental lapse by the defense, yet he did not make them pay, surprisingly.
And there's the pass to Lowry. Griffin with the steal. Lowry against Paul. Jordan. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Can't let DeAndre get loose near the rim. He's very good at tracking down those rebounds.
Screened by Valanciunas. Carroll, no one around him. Bangs home the trifecta. Carroll's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Outstanding job looking for his teammate and connecting with him with a flawless pass.
Here's Lowry, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Chris Paul picks up that one.
Kyle Lowry has always been so consistent at getting himself to the free throw line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities.
Free throw good, Lowry.
You can win a lot of games with a great backcourt. The Raptors arguably have the best backcourt in the Eastern Conference. Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, both all-stars. They're physical, and they like to attack smaller guards.
Second free throw, no good. And Lowry and DeRozan, with over 4 seasons of experience playing together, they've developed a great chemistry.
On and off the court, they're close friends. And as serious and intense as they are on the court, they are just as playful off the court. Just like brothers, they're always poking at each other.
Here's Valanciunas, and Jordan sends it back.
DeAndre is simply one of the most electrifying shot blockers in the game. If you put up a shot around him, you better put it up high.
So it's Toronto now, trailing by 2 and stolen by Jordan. Oh, Griffin in position, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
Blake took off like a rocket on that alley-oop. Woo!
Now Lowry. Valanciunas with a screen on Paul. Carroll with the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Carroll's got 6 points.
There was no defense present there whatsoever. Anyone could have made that wide open shot.
Paul kicks to Jordan. Back to Paul, right wing. Outside Jordan. Picked by Griffin. 6 on the shot clock. Paul can't get it to go.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry.
And you can see it. He knew he made a mistake the second the ball left his hands.
The Clippers in the lead. Here is Paul. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Blake Griffin, a terrific player, but the first thing you think about with Blake Griffin is flying high and dunking the basketball, a highlight reel.
Now, Steve, as you said, there are other great dunkers in the league, but for in-game dunks, Blake Griffin is just one of the best. He's on that short list of feared players.
Yes, he has the body and size to take the bump, and you know he can go over people, but a lot of times he likes to go through you. He sheds off contact and still gets several feet above the rim. We know Blake Griffin can dunk the basketball, but one thing you like about him, he's added to his offensive repertoire. He's able to handle the basketball, face up, knock down jump shots, and he's doing a nice job of distributing the basketball.
Blake Griffin hits them both. With Blake, it isn't that he's just a scorer, Steve. He brings everything to the table when he gets the ball in the offensive zone.
Yeah, he was a dunker when he first entered the league. Now he's starting to become a terrific passer. He has great vision for a power forward, and his ball handling is one of the best at his position.
That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Rivers checked in. And Toronto has possession. It's a 3-point game. Sullinger the screen. Lowry dishes to DeRozan. Shot clock at 5. And again, Toronto no luck. And for the Clippers, they're shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Toronto's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Sullinger with a screen for Lowry. The wide open look here for DeRozan. That misses, had a chance to tie it there.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
And the Raptors shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. Carroll with a screen on Rivers. The drive by Lowry. Here's Carroll. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
First personal foul, team's third.
Patterson, he's checked in for Toronto. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Mbah-a-Moute. And that one misses. So many great players have played for the Clippers, but right now we could be watching 2 of the all-time best with Paul and Griffin definitely on the short list for the title of all-time greatest Clipper players.
I totally agree with Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. Those two definitely can claim as one of the best Clippers to ever play the game. But you also have to count back to when the Clippers were the Buffalo Braves. You could throw a name like Bob McAdoo in there.
And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, he has to get his offense moving again. It hasn't been bad, but it could be much better.
The Raptors making a switch here. Joseph's checked in. Paul Pierce is checked in for the Clippers. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Jordan with a screen on Lowry. Rivers passes to Crawford. Jordan the screen. To the paint. Here's Griffin. Looks good. Is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
He's been very decisive, very accurate shooting the basketball. Extremely productive quarter so far.
Now here's DeRozan. From deep. The Clippers grab the miss. Griffin's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
You know, even though he's been off the mark this quarter, he's trying not to let it shake his confidence.
Now here's Rivers. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. 5 on the clock. Crawford outside. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. Patterson inside. Defended by Griffin. And Patterson kicks to Joseph. Back to Patterson. A three-pointer off the mark.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
You know, depending on the game situation, that kind of mistake can be deadly. Come on, you got to have awareness on the court.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Pirtle, he is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Ross comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Norman Powell subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And then for Los Angeles, Spates checked in for Jordan. And it's Johnson in for Blake Griffin.
Well, you know that Ross can throw it down. Nice one right there.
Johnson dishes to Pierce. Crawford outside. From 12 feet out. Here's Spates. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And the fans all love Maurice Spates. He added a three-pointer, you know, Steve, to his game over the past few years. He is now one of the better stretch fours because of it.
And that's hard work. People call him Mo Buckets. Maurice Spates loves taking the three. He lights up, and you know what? His teammates, you can tell when he's taking that shot, they're looking for it to go in.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Steve, growing up in Michigan, playing for the Spartans of Michigan State, I know you admired, I know you idolized the terrific Magic Johnson. Standing 6'7", 6'8", you even drew some comparisons. Who in today's NBA do you think reminds you most of Magic now?
You know, I would say there's so many guys, but I would say Sean Livingston a little bit, Draymond Green, Kyle Anderson, we call him slow-mo. But I would probably say right now, Draymond Green, kind of the same size, play the same way, and also he went to Michigan State as well.
He did. There's another Spartan for you. And Tom Izzo does a pretty good job, doesn't he?
He's all right. He Even though he couldn't quite convert the layup, I like him being in attack mode.
Now here's Joseph, guarded closely. Goes up on the wing. No good on the shot, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Pierce the pass to Rivers. There's the dish to Crawford. Drains it from beyond the arc. Crawford's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
Crawford has been a solid outside shooter throughout his lengthy career. Got to at least get an arm up as he's going up.
Three-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper. Patterson's got 6.
Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Gave up a little momentum and then grabbed it right back.
Now here's Crawford. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And that one falls for Spates.
Doc Rivers is one of the best in the business. His strength as a coach is first, he has a great job relating with the players. X's and O's, he is superb. And I think for him is he does a good job of being able to call plays on the fly.
Both good from the line that time. The adjustments of Doc Rivers, Smitty, you talked about, are what stand out to me. He'll switch who initiates the offense if he feels there is a mismatch to be taken advantage of in a heartbeat.
I think he has a great feel for the game, and he can see plays develop and also on the fly change up the offense, change up the defense, and after timeouts, he's one of the best in the business.
The Clippers trail. 1:33 left in the first. Spade sets a screen for Crawford. Fires for 3. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Jamal Crawford gets moving in the pick and roll. He's not an easy cover. A crafty player who can really slice apart a defense.
Powell kicks to Joseph. Shot clock at 6. That's short off the rim. Los Angeles has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Rivers kicks to Spates. Crawford outside. Back to Spates. Fade away, and it's the Clippers scoring again. There's 37 seconds left here in the first quarter. Patterson a screen on Pierce. Powell kicks to Patterson to the middle. Here's Ross. Here's Pirtle. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Got to be on the lookout for Pirtle crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
Now here's Crawford, guarded by Powell. Crawford with the ball. From deep three-point range. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
The Clippers have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. And that one falls for Jamal Crawford.
And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them.
Good on the second free throw.
Jamal Crawford, the former Michigan Wolverine, continues to thrive as a scorer.
And he can't make it. 3 for 3. And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Center in downtown Toronto. And Austin Rivers, Father Doc, is the head coach, of course, of the Clippers, and he talked about what it's like to play for his dad.
And I think it's because we've always had that type of relationship where he's always kind of just been a father/coach. So now he's a coach at work and off the floor, he's a father.
Always an entertaining dynamic when you have a father coaching his son. We've seen it in college basketball a few times in the past, most recently at UCLA, but this is a first in the NBA.
It looks like it doesn't make any difference in the case of Doc and Austin Rivers. He's just one of the Clippers, and Doc doesn't treat him any differently.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Right from the start, they have been able to really own the paint and just dominate the backboard.
They are really fighting for position on every shot release, so they are prepared for the rebound. Fantastic work ethic.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. The dunkers, Griffin and Jordan, are the bigs. Felton is out there with Chris Paul, and it's Crawford at the small forward position.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Lowry kicks to Patterson. To the middle, shot off the pick. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Jared Sullinger.
The offense was firing on all cylinders, and that's the exact kind of shot they wanted.
Paul kicks to Crawford. Outside, Felton. Picked by Griffin. 5 to shoot. Felton dishes to Griffin. From beyond the arc, and Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Griffin. Paul's got 5 now.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And you always hear coaches say, make the simple play. That's one of the keys to the Raptors offense, Smitty, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they don't play fast, so they don't have a lot of turnovers, but they're also at the bottom of the league in prior assists. What they do is they just try to attack to score on the offensive end.
Sullinger again, Toronto.
It looked like the defense just flat out froze out there. Clear breakdown in communication to allow that easy bucket.
Paul kicks to Jordan. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Griffin. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 4th assist in this one. Outside Lowry. Paul with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Paul with the ball. And the shot goes down. And now a 7-point Clipper lead.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finally finding the range here in the second.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Blake Griffin again. Griffin's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Chris Paul is still in search of his first NBA title. He said he used to think about it as a personal goal. But then he said at some point it clicked and became, we're going to do this. I think all of us are at that point. It's clear he's invested in this team. He said there's no question this is where I want to be. I want to win. Here. Kevin?
All right, thanks, D.A. He's got talent around him for sure. Here's Paul after Jared Sullinger's bucket. Shoots the three. And again, Toronto with the triple.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
And Griffin sends it back.
Griffin has great timing. That's the reason why he blocked that shot.
Some changes for Toronto. Valanciunas comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Damari Carroll subbed in for Joseph. And then for the Clippers, Mbah a Moute comes in for Jamal Crawford. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Raymond Felton. That'll be a 5-second call.
Clippers ball.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Lowry against Paul. Redick passes to Mbah a Moute. Los Angeles with another miss. Raptors trail by 4. Lowry dishes to DeRozan. Sullinger a screen on Redick. And DeRozan kicks to Valanciunas. And he comes up with the deuce.
Look at the concentration from Valanciunas on that play. Takes the foul and still finishes the play.
First personal foul. Teams first.
And right now we're seeing the rise of great passing in the NBA. So valuable offensively, obviously. Is that a natural talent of players, or is it a mentality? Is it a learned aspect of the game? How would you classify it?
All of the above, Kevin. There are some guys that make the right pass, but they see the open guy they're hitting. Then there's some guys that can see 2 plays ahead and see the play developing. And then there's some guys that got to learn how to become passers. You know, you have a lot of, as long as you pass it, it's pretty good. But then there's some guys that just gift it.
Who are some of the guys that you mentioned who can see a play or 2 ahead? Who are some of those guys that have that kind of feel for the game?
Like Chris Paul. I mean, he sees the floor so well and see the play developing before it happens. LeBron James is another guy like that. Rondo is one of the best that I think in the business. A lot of guys being able to see the floor. Ricky Rubio can see the floor pretty well. So a lot of guys I think can really pinpoint passes and see the play develop.
Now DeRozan after J.J. Redick's three-pointer that didn't go. And around the NBA, Steve, there seems to be a general feeling, I guess, dislike, if you want to call it that, of the Clippers from other fan bases. A lot of it seems to stem from the idea that perhaps the team flops too much and they complain too much.
Yeah, I think it's the whining. But also I think a lot of fans weren't happy with how the Clippers was able to keep DeAndre Jordan and steal them from the Mavericks. They weren't happy about that situation.
The first free throw is good.
The Raptors have been arguably the worst defensive team in the league before the arrival of head coach Dwayne Casey. They struggled from season to season to be able to stop the basketball, but last season, a big step in the right direction.
Valanciunas hits them both. And the Raptors going into last season brought in defenders in free agency, guys like Damari Carroll and Joseph and Biyombo.
But they also simplified their defensive coverages, more in line with what other teams are doing. They still have to get better contesting the threes. Last season, they allowed the second best percentage in the league.
You know what? I think he had to call timeout right now just to get his guys to regroup because they were really ragged out there.
Yeah, this isn't what he likes to see from this group. They just need to take some time, get back to playing like they know they can.
There's a screen. Feeds it to Mbah a Moute. It's stolen by Carroll. On the wing, DeRozan to the paint. Griffin with the steal. Over in the corner, Paul. Just 5 on the clock. Griffin inside. Sullinger's there.
With a smile on Blake's face, looks like he enjoys having contact before he shoots.
Outside Lowry. Shot from the top of the key. They get it again.
When you're that wide open from a very makeable distance, you have to come away with points.
Paul kicks to Jordan. Back to Paul. He dishes it to Griffin. Takes the 13-footer. Nice touch on the bank shot. Griffin's got 18 points.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
The mid-range jump shot, he's so comfortable. He's got such a great feel from that distance.
Now, here's Lowry. 6 points for him. Passes it to Valanciunas. Here's Sullinger. And Sullinger missing.
And with the defense disrespecting him there, that's a shot he needs to make.
That's good from Paul on the assist from Mute. And it's 9 points for Chris Paul.
Look out. He's starting to find the range in this second period.
Valanciunas with a screen on Paul. Lowry from outside. It's good from long range. Lowry's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Toronto. Paul against Lowry. 18 feet out. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Paul's got 11 points in the quarter.
The way CP3 knives through the defense and get these mid-range shots is remarkable. Just a genius player.
Kicks it to Carroll. Pass to DeRozan. And there are the Raptors with another bucket. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already.
Way up there.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. He kicks it to Lowry. Sullinger the screen. Here's DeRozan. Second chance effort, and it's blocked by Jordan. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Norman Powell's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Spates checked in for the Clippers. Austin Rivers comes in for Chris Paul. Sullinger the screen. Lowry kicks to Carroll. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Carroll's got 10.
What a look from Lowry. Just knew he would be open. Damari Carroll, the Alabama product, pretty much a specialist when you start talking about a guy on the defensive end. Now you have to add to his repertoire a guy that can knock down the three ball.
And Spates gets it to go.
He knows his teammate loves to shoot from that spot on the floor and get him the ball exactly there.
Lowry passes to Valanciunas. The Clippers grab the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And Carroll is a prototypical 3 and D player. Shoots just under 40% most years from deep, and you cannot ignore his defense.
No, not at all. He's one of the best in the business on the ball and off the ball. He uses his length and his quickness to be able to guard those terrific wing players.
Lowry dishes to Sullinger. Oh, and the jam by Sullinger. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
A 3-ball. Shot's good from Mute. And the Clippers lead by 2.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Carroll for 3. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far. Shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
You know Carroll's going to be looking for the 3. His range helps this offense work.
Dishes to Reddick. And here's Mute. Clock at 6. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Jonas Valanciunas. Steve, I still remember when you went to Atlanta in that trade from Miami. Pretty much everyone agreed it was a heist. It was a steal for the Hawks. Do you think we see less lopsided trades these days?
Yeah, we do, Kevin. Reason why, because of the salary cap. You're trying to match money and money together. And I think right now, Kevin, you're starting to see, because of the contract situations, you want value for value. So they're not as lopsided as they used to be.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Pirtle, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Terrence Ross comes in for Jared Sullinger. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. He hits the second from the line. With the way the Clippers have ended the last 2 seasons, they can't help but feel nervous if they get back into the playoffs. Don't you think, Steve, 2 times in a row they've been up in a series? Both times they've ended up, going home losing.
Yeah, I think for the Clippers, but they got to look at it and say, hey, you know what? We've had injuries to star players. They won't be able to shake this until they win another series.
And the wide-open shot from Redick. Cans it from downtown. Redick's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on. They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
For Toronto, they have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
At the line for 2.
And that one misses. And the Raptors with a die-hard fan base. The fan support only getting stronger as they've become a consistent factor in the Eastern Conference.
This team is unique in the NBA. They represent the entire nation of Canada. Toronto's the league's 5th largest market. A lot of fans from far and wide tuning in and rooting them on.
And he's good on the second.
What you love about Jakob Poeltl is his size. A 7-footer who plays hard on both ends of the floor.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Rivers kicks to Felton. Back to Rivers. Top of the key, Pierce. Inside, Felton. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Felton's got his first bucket in this one.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
The feed now to Ross. Patterson, the screen. Puts it up. And again, no good by Toronto.
The defender took away the airspace, crowded him. That changed the shot.
It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive. All the officials are all over that one.
The Raptors have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts.
Norman Powell. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
We know a lot about Dwayne Casey's coaching career. Been an assistant for numerous years. Now he's a head coach. But let's take it back. He was a top recruit coming out of high school. He helped lead Kentucky to a national title in 1978.
And he makes both free throws. And Casey went straight from playing at Kentucky to an assistant coaching position there in Lexington.
He's been coaching for almost 4 decades. Coaching Japan for a time, a long-time NBA assistant. He's a lifer.
And it goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Felton.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
That was a risky pass. Poor decision, really. Fortunately, they didn't lose the possession.
26 seconds left in the first half of the game. Pirtle sets the pick for Joseph. A floater. Can't hit that one.
Okay, that lay-in. He's tricky, but the defense was just too tight on him.
Now Rivers. He feeds it to Spates. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Spates has got 5 points now in the quarter. And we're through the first half of basketball here in what's been a good one. Los Angeles on top, up 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Coach, it's early in the season, so what can you say about how things are going chemistry-wise so far?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Wayne, thanks a lot. Back to you.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hope you've been enjoying the excitement so far. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Some incredible work in this one by Blake Griffin. He had 20 points, 3 assists, and 1 block. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, they've been pounding it in the paint. Not just taking the first three-pointer when it came across. That keeps the defense on its toes.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Toronto?
Well, they had a strong perimeter game. See, Ernie, when this team executes from long range, those weapons spread out of defense. Coming out in the second half, if those shooters are hot, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
The evening commute has plenty of people on the move here tonight in Toronto, where we welcome you back to On 2K. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. You look at Blake Griffin in this game, he's been everywhere.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
I love to watch active defenders like him who never make anything easy for the opposition. He embodies great D.
And Toronto has possession, trailing by 4. DeRozan and Carroll are out on the wings. Jared Sullinger is out there with Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Lowry in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. To the inside, and stolen by Jordan. DeRozan against Redick. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That is his first foul of the game. Raptors shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Carroll with a screen for Valanciunas. Carroll with a screen on Mbamute. It's good. 6 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Beautiful screen right there from Valanciunas. He is not an easy guy to get around.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Lowry up top, defended by Paul. Lowry can't get it to go.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
And that kind of tier defense is crucial to any team's success. Gotta defend the paint.
And the dunk by Jordan.
What strength by DeAndre. Really love seeing him sky up for the thunderous slam.
Here's Lowry. 9 points in the game so far. Now here's Valanciunas. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to 3 on the bucket from Kyle Lowry.
Not a high percentage look, but the defense gave him just enough space, and he buried it.
Paul with the ball. Lowry picks him up. Paul passes to Griffin. To the paint, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
That's how you play the game. Draw 2 defenders, kick it out to the wide open man for a bucket.
And for DeAndre Jordan, the story with his fallout with the Mavs seemed to dominate all news around him for so long. Smitty, fortunately, the further away he gets from that debacle, more fans will let it kind of slide into history.
I love the way DeAndre benefit from just being locked in on the basketball court. Very productive this year. And you know, yes, everything that happened in the offseason, but it didn't carry on into the regular season. He had a fantastic year. You know, on a pretty good night for these guys overall, his shooting has been the biggest weakness.
Valanciunas with a screen on Paul. There's the pick. The pass to Sullinger. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Now just a 1-point Clipper lead. Paul kicks to Redick. To the middle. Here's Griffin. And it's Lowry with the rebound.
How anyone could give him that much room from his spot is crazy, but the defender got away with it.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. Now we've seen DeMar DeRozan become more and more consistent as a scorer the last few years in the league. A big reason why is that he's attacking the basket more often and getting to the free throw line more frequently.
Well, he's so comfortable now with the dribble. He's always been athletic, but able to handle the basketball, get where he wants to in the lane. Last season, he had a game where he made 24 out of 25 free throws. That was one off the record for the most attempts in a game without a miss.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Mbah a Moute. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
Whether they win a title or not or go deep in the playoffs, this has certainly been a fantastic era for the Clippers. Always competitive, the most sustained success they've ever had.
DeRozan against Redick. Crawford dishes to Jordan.
Gotta love the intensity of DeAndre, finding a way to be aggressive and get to the line.
The Clippers have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
Shooting two.
No good on the free throw.
DeAndre Jordan is just a physical specimen, an incredible defender and shot blocker, as well as a fearless and intimidating dunker.
And he sinks the second.
Yeah, look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, the league and NBA teams have become much more aware of protecting players' health, and they're finding out that rest and sleep are a huge part of that. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said medicine and science have improved, and thought processes do as well. He said in the old days, guys played 48 minutes. Well, we've made advances. We don't go backwards with this stuff. We go forwards. Guys, that's why they want their players off their feet as much as possible.
Good report, DA. Thank you.
Very few defenders in this league feel comfortable with DeRozan coming right at them on the drive like that.
Griffin kicks to Crawford, takes a three. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. And that's now 11 points for Jamal Crawford.
He has that swag going on right now. When the defense steps back on him, he loves taking advantage of it.
Floats one up, and that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 7 rebounds in the game. Crawford missing again. Toronto have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip, and stolen by Jordan. It's Redick on the wing. DeRozan defending. And Redick kicks to Crawford. Crawford missing again. Raptors with the lead. Lowry with the ball. 14 points for him. Left side, DeRozan. 5 on the clock. To the wing on the left. Carroll with the three. The offensive rebound. Valanciunas. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Gotta love the big man Valanciunas fighting for that extra chance, and he was rewarded for his effort.
Over to the left wing. Paul against Lowry. Paul passes to Jordan. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Jordan's got 7 now in this quarter.
Phenomenal defense there, but even better offense.
Paul against Lowry. And he makes good on the layup.
Lowry showing how crafty he can be with that hoop inside.
Clippers trail by 3. Crawford outside. Crawford with another miss.
And at a time they really need him to shoot well. The exact opposite is what's happening.
Patterson, the screen. Here's DeRozan. Off target from three-point range.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Paul dishes to Griffin.
Well, DeAndre Jordan is a guy that will rebound the basketball, block shots. But what I like about right now is becoming an offensive threat, being able to run the floor and make an impact on both ends.
The Clippers have gone 9 of 13 from the line.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Griffin.
You know what? He has insane athleticism, Blake Griffin, but you see the reason why he's become a franchise player. He's added the mid-range game, and he can pass it.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Pirtle, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Ross comes in for DeMar Carroll. Norman Powell's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Raptors have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Joseph with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. Here's Ross. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And DeAndre Jordan changes the game defensively, Steve, as you alluded to. Just eats up space in the middle and alerts other players of where they need to be, altering shots, blocking shots. Every second he's on the floor.
Does a nice job of being that anchor in the middle, like you said, blocking shots. But what I love about him, he's an aggressive rebounder. Yes, he uses his height and his athleticism, but you got to want to go get it. He goes to get it.
Well, Terrence Ross can be absolutely infuriating, Steve, to watch, and at times pure joy. He embodies the idea of a player who can get white hot and then go ice cold and disappear.
Well, it's frustrating because Ross has athleticism. He has a nice jump shot. The potential is there, but he has to be able to have this go consistently throughout the game. Sometimes he doesn't look engaged, but when he is, he's fantastic.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Johnson the screen. Rivers kicks to Spates.
Wonderful anticipation from Pirtle on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
Crawford outside. Clock at 4. It's good. This game is all even. Crawford's got 6 in the quarter. Oh, wow, guys. Doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
Yeah, and as many times as you see it, you know, you never get used to seeing a player have to come out with injury.
I hate it. Getting a chance to see him walk off the court, not good.
Raymond Felton, he's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And here is Joseph. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. They set the screen. There's the dish to Ross. Johnson with the defensive effort.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge for an update on Jamal Crawford. David?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Clippers let me know the status. At this point, he's saying that it looks like a grade 1 sprained ankle. He's definitely out for this game, and they said there's a chance he could miss a few more games as well, which is not what they need right now. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Hopefully, we'll see him very soon. Now, here's Felton. Not a lot of room. Back to Rivers. Spates sets a screen. Shoots over Patterson.
Very hard to move Patterson back with your body, which allows him to challenge every shot.
Ross with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Patterson against Pierce. Patterson passes to Ross. Count the basket. Ross has got 8 points. LA has gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Pierce dishes to Rivers. Johnson kicks to Rivers. Spates the pass to Felton. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Pirtle's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Patterson, that's good. Patterson's got the lead up to 4 now for Toronto.
Not a lot of forwards in the league are as comfortable from range as Patterson is.
Johnson kicks to Rivers. It's Pierce on the wing. He's guarded by Ross. Ross against Pierce. That one goes in.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Now Joseph. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Pirtle with the ball. Spates on him. Pirtle's shot is off. LA has gone 7 of 15 from 3-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Johnson dishes to Pierce. Inside. Knocked loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. And Mbaamute's checked in. Johnson the screen. Felton. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. 2 points. That one goes. Pirtle's got 5 now.
Love the razor-sharp focus. Pirtle bouncing off contact and finishing well.
Here's Mbaamute. He's got 5. Outside, Felton. Out left to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. He has 7.
Sometimes you get tunnel vision being that close inside, but he saw the entire court and threw it out to an open teammate.
Moment here now for an injury report. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge for an update on Jamal Crawford. David?
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from the Clippers head athletic trainer. And the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury. They're going to hold him out for the rest of the game, and though they don't think he'll be out long, they haven't ruled out the chance that he could miss additional games as well. Kevin?
David, thanks for the great update. We appreciate it, and we really hope for the best as always.
And he's a tough guy. My guess is he'll be back before we know it and better than ever.
And I'm sure his teammates want to see him come back very, very soon.
The shot by Pierce will not go. Raptors leading by 5. Now here's Joseph. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Ross, that's good.
Really good shooting night for him, doing everything he can to help his team stretch this lead.
Stolen by Joseph. Up top Powell. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And it's a 10-point Raptor lead.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Outside, Felton. Shot clock at 5. Shot to stop the run. And there's a whistle that goes on Luke Mbaamuche. That is his first foul of the game. Sellinger's checked in for Toronto. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Jordan's checked in. Serrano's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Joseph, the pass to Pirtle. To the inside. Joseph with the ball. To the inside. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And gotta admire how fast Pirtle slashes to the rim after setting the screen. Once he gets the ball, the D is finished.
Here is Mbamute. Misses the shot. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be different. From the most recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
But man, we got to get down and get engaged until the end. All right, be precise, send the ball to the screen, come across the screen, focus on the defensive game. Let's go.
There you hear Dwayne Casey asking for more precision on offense and more attention to detail on defense.
Yeah, carry out your assignments on both ends. Do the little things that ultimately make a big difference in the outcome of a game.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Veteran backcourt with CP3 and Redick at the 1 and the 2. Luke Mbamute out there with Pierce, and it's Jordan in at the 5 spot. Paul kicks to Redick. And the 3 off target.
Look, I know he wants to put the team on his back, carry them across the finish line, but it's all about getting a high percentage shot.
Joseph dishes to DeRozan. Sullinger outside. Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Valanciunas. That one goes. Count it. Valanciunas has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Raptors. And here is Paul. Pierce with a screen for Paul. To the middle, and Redick kicks to Mbamute. Back to Redick. Fires the 3. Redick can't get that one to fall.
Okay, his shot isn't there tonight. It's a major reason why they're behind. He needs to start sharing the basketball.
Valanciunas sets a screen for Joseph. Here's DeRozan. Doesn't go that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Paul for 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. The 11-footer. Rebound by the Clippers. Jordan's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And Mbamute the pass to Paul. 2 points. That one goes.
Good. CP3 is a smaller player, but he likes taking contact. Beautiful. And one.
A different look for the Clippers. Griffin comes in for Pierce. And it's Rivers in for J.J. Redick. Damari Carroll's checked in for Toronto. Kyle Lowry comes in for Joseph. Raptors leading by 11. Outside Lowry. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. DeRozan in the corner. Screened by Valanciunas. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. That's 12 points for DeMar DeRozan.
I love the adjustments he's made here in the second half, getting the looks he wants now and shooting a much higher percentage.
Los Angeles with another miss.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Sullinger, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Shooting for Toronto, Jared Sullinger. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Sullinger. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Los Angeles calls timeout.
Start it.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He said, "Do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back." Guys.
Paul dishes to Jordan. Here's Griffin. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Griffin's got 24.
Well, they're still behind in this game, but not because of his shooting. He's been lights out.
There's the screen. Pass to DeRozan. Screened by Valanciunas. Off the pick. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Raptors lead by 15.
Plays like that are where you see the tenaciousness of DeMar Carroll. He can get after those 50-50 balls.
Time now for an injury report. We got a chance to check up on J.J. Redick's status. David?
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from the Clippers' head athletic trainer. And the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury.
Well, thank you, David. Hopefully, we'll see him very soon. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
We know what he's capable of inside. That's a good shot for him. He's kicking himself that he couldn't get it to go.
Paul passes to Mbah-a-Moute. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Sullinger, a screen on Paul. Sullinger, the screen. DeRozan gets the bucket.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
Rivers dishes to Paul. Sweet little floater.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Outside DeRozan. Shot, high post, and there are the Raptors with another bucket.
DeMar DeRozan, one of the best in the business in knocking down the mid-range jump shot.
Paul kicks to Jordan. Rivers against DeRozan. Feeds it to Mbah-a-Moute. From 12 feet out. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
So much sharper, so much more efficient with his shot this half. Just taking what the defense allows.
Here's DeRozan. Another miss by DeRozan.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
All you ask for is execution, and those shots will fall later.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. The shot by Carroll, no good. Clippers trail by 10. Over in the corner, Mbah-a-Moute. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
He really looks composed shooting the ball this half. Much more consistent, hitting a much higher percentage.
Screen by Valanciunas. Deep 2 from Carroll. They grab their own miss. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-6 run. And they double up Paul. Mbah-a-Moute, the pass to Jordan. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 5 to shoot. Griffin dishes to Paul. And he overshot that one, missing. Raptors leading by 7. Here's DeRozan. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. The Clippers have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Mbah-a-Moute, a three-pointer off the mark. And the Raptors shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Carroll against Mbah-a-Moute. Carroll kicks to DeRozan. The high post shot. The Raptors rebound. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Like the way that Valanciunas worked his way to the line on that shot. Never let the defender get comfortable.
J.J. Redick's checked in for the Clippers.
Jonas Valanciunas taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. The Raptors making a switch here. Patterson's checked in. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
For a player his size, Valanciunas has always been a good free throw shooter. We won't see a hack of Val anytime soon.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Screened by Valanciunas. Deep two from Carroll. Misses off the left iron. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 17-7 run. And Abamute kicks to Rivers. He dishes it to Redick. Jordan with a screen on DeRozan. There's the three. Redick can't get that one to fall.
In this second half, the defense have been baiting him to shoot the three, and we're seeing why.
Patterson, that's good.
Patterson is so active and efficient with his movements inside.
Clippers trail by 7. Rivers kicks to Redick. Griffin passes to Rivers. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got his 7th assist in the game. Now DeRozan. Patterson a screen on Redick. And DeRozan kicks to Patterson. Drilled from 11 feet out. Patterson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
And you know what? Don't go away from this formula. He is the go-to guy to put this game away.
Jordan, an easy layup after coming off the pick.
When it comes to scoring the ball, DeAndre is very efficient. Get him the ball in the right spots, and you won't be sorry.
Carroll kicks to Patterson. Patterson, the screen. Here's DeRozan. Drills the three-pointer. DeRozan's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Sometimes it's all about patience. His first three of the game, something to build on.
Redick dishes to Griffin. To the paint. It's tipped. The dive for the ball. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Raptors leading by 8. Here's Lowry. There's a good screen. DeRozan on the wing. 16 feet away. Bounces high off the rim and drops. DeRozan's got 21.
Can you believe this? The defense has no answers. He's been unconscious this quarter.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Check in for Rivers. Paul kicks to Griffin. Pulls up on the wing. Another shot, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Jordan no good on the free throw. Raptors leading by 8. Okay, time now for an injury report. Now let's check in with David Aldridge to see how Chris Paul's doing. David.
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from Los Angeles' head athletic trainer. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad.
David, thanks for the great update. We appreciate it, and we really hope for the best as always.
And he's a tough guy. My guess is he'll be back before we know it, and better than ever.
And I'm sure his teammates want to see him come back very, very soon.
Here's Paul, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And so here's Toronto. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Patterson a screen on Redick. Here's DeRozan. And again, Toronto with the triple.
It seems that DeRozan has been involved in every score out there in this one, just zipping around the floor.
Paul kicks to Griffin. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot.
Good.
The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Shooting one.
And that one misses. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
DeRozan passes to Carroll. Valanciunas dishes to Carroll. Off target with his three.
He had it rolling and then lost it for some reason. Let's see if he can get it back while it still matters.
Shot from 12. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Blake is so hard to guard off the dribble.
Two shots,
he
gentlemen.
has the elevation to go over you, but he is strong enough to absorb contact and get to the line.
It's the first, and that brings them to within 10. Both free throws good from Griffin. We've got 1:28 left here in the fourth quarter. Outside Lowry. They set the pick. Passes it to DeRozan. Wide open. And another basket for Toronto.
Nice release from DeMar DeRozan. He can make that shot if he gets a good look.
Now here's Paul. Inside. The 10-footer. And two shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. He hits the first one, and that brings them to within 10. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that misback. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
Carroll kicks to Valanciunas. So the whistle blows on the shot and two free throws for the contact right there.
When a guy as big as Valanciunas gets the ball that deep, quite often the only answer is to foul him.
At the line for your Raptors, Jonas Valanciunas. 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. He hits the second from the line. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Jordan, and slam dunk by Jordan.
CP3 moving the basketball around. That's what you want out of your point guard.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
Lowry up top, defended by Paul. Patterson, that's good.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
They did. Fantastic run here to really put this game to bed.
20 seconds left in the fourth. Well, for the Raptors, they can just run out the clock. Lowry with the ball. And so it's Toronto winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyle, congrats on the win. What did you guys want to accomplish and get this win?
Everybody played. We all played together. We stayed, aggressive and stayed the course of the game.
Thanks again, Kyle. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. See you later.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
And Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyle Lowry. Let's go to Shaq. What can you say about his performance?
He took charge of the offense tonight. He had a ton of assists, and a lot of them were highlight reel passes. I mean, old school passes. He was initiating plays, setting guys up. They had a ton of easy baskets because this guy can see everything on the court. Eagle eye. All right, all right.
Kyle Lowry was getting it done tonight. And as an athlete and a playmaker, he gives defenders a whole range of issues to worry about. His impact was off the charts in this win.
And that's it for tonight. But we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.